Hello my people, welcome to today's video, and today I'll be reviewing the book The Art of Spending Money by Morgan Housel. This month we've been focusing on personal finance, and so far we have reviewed two books. The first one was Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel and Personal Finance for Dummies by Eric Tyson. In this book, we have learned that money is more than just numbers, predicting the future, and complicated formula around making money, but how we behave, our situation, and our experience around money, or the kind of stories that we tell ourselves on money. And also in Personal Finance for Dummies, we've been able to establish that how to earn money and how to become a good manager of our money as a resource. In this book, we'll be looking at spending money, the art of spending money. And it is called an art of spending money for a reason. Maybe it should have been called Science of Spending Money. But when we look at science is where precision is required. So there are strict rules or a rigid rule on how things are being done. But because human behavior is involved in money, so it's around finance or economics. And economics is more of social science than pure science. When it comes to spending money, is an art that everyone picks up in life. Spending money is an art that doesn't have a universal rule. Each person learn how their money are being spent based on their situation, their experiences, and the kind of story around them. The first thing that we'll be learning from this book is that we seek to understand people. And if you have read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, you know there's a rule there that talks about seek to understand people than to be understood. When you seek to understand why people behave the way they behave or the way they spend their money, you begin to understand them. Maybe if you have the same story or the same situation as them, your behavior might not be different from them. What this does for you is one, you begin to empathize with them. When you begin to empathize with them, you begin to respect their decision or their way of life, the way they spend their money, even though their story might not be what you support or agree with. You begin to understand them, and by understanding them, you cease from judging them. By ceasing to judging them, then you begin to learn. So by learning from them, it also helps to question your own decision. And if it has been a good way that have been helping you, then you'll be able to appreciate it. That's the number one thing. Then the number two thing that we'll be learning from this book is what we really want around money. What we really want around money. As human, to be candid, we know that we want respect. Every man wants respect. Every man wants admiration, and every man wants attention. And it is often assumed that people with much money have all this. It's a quick assumption that when you have so much money, then you can have this. What we actually want is connection and love. So the question we might ask is, spending your money, is it helping you to enhance this? Is it helping you to do this? A lot of people who have much money live a miserable life. If your money or the way you're spending your money or having much money is not helping you to enhance this, then money in itself cannot give you what you are looking for. Number three things I will be learning from this is to know the difference between needs and wants. Needs are things that actually improve your life, things that that you need, like having good food, better place to lay your head, a good house to sleep, a better environment to live, or having enough to send your children to the best school that you want them to go, or having to live a good life for yourself. Want is something that can distract, like having big cars, having Ferrari, buying yacht, or playing a status game. This a want, and a want is also endless. Needs are defined, but want is endless. We need to know the difference between want and needs. Another thing that you will, like I put my summary here, that you need to know and we need to avoid as a pitfall is spending money to impress. If you want to impress people, this is a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game in the sense that it's the fastest way to go broke. One want to spend because it's endless. You cannot, most times spending to impress others is a game that you cannot win, because you always see somebody who is richer than you, or somebody who is fresher than you, somebody who can spend more than you. The best way to spend is to spend on something that make your life really worthwhile, or something that make your life better. Man, another thing that we need to learn, and that we're going to be learning from this book, is who is in control. Is it your money that is in control, or you are the one in control? If money becomes your boss, you will realize that money is a bad boss, because it doesn't know when to stop you. Money being in your control will make your life miserable. We are learning from this book is not a way to tell us that this is how you should spend your money. It's just an art. It's something that we can just have a suggestion on how to spend our money and to make our lives better. You have to be in control. If money be in your control, then you can never be satisfied. You can never be satisfied. The goal is simple. Use money and don't let it use you. Another thing that we'll be learning from this book is the true value of money. We need to know the true value, or the real value of money. And what is the real value of money? It's so simple. The real value of money, like I think I've mentioned it before, is the ability to live your life in your own time. If anything beyond, then it becomes a status game. And status game is what you cannot win. You can't win status game. You can't win status game. Another thing that will help us is to spend in a way that will minimize future regret. So a good decision today is a decision that we will still be proud of in the nearest future. A good way of spending is to ensure that we don't look back and regret our spending. Another thing that very, very important is to spend money to save time. Money is in abundance, but time is transient and time is limited. Every one of us is racing against time, and time, as we see, wait for no man. If you're spending time to save some money, it's not the best way to live. I think that summarizes all in this book. But there's a chapter that I would like you to read, even if you are not reading this book entirely, and it's in chapter 20. Chapter 20 is just about 6 or 5 pages, the 5 pages, and it talked about how to be miserable spending your money. This is just like the opposite of what we have said. If you try to impress others, it's an endless game. I'll try to read some of it. It said, assume money can solve all your problems. If you assume that money can solve your problem, you're going to be surprised. You'll be in real shock that money cannot solve all your problems. Money in itself cannot give you happiness, but money can enhance it. Money is a tool. It's very important in life. So having to work to get good money is a good thing, but money can not replace if you are not happy, money cannot afford you that. So we need to learn how to make use money to make our life better. If you read this book, you're going to understand how your money will serve you, and you, not you, becoming a slave to your money. If you have been following so far, you see that I've never mentioned anything about where to invest your money, where to spend your money, but relationship and behavior around money, very, very important for us to make more money. And that is why next week we'll be considering friends that invest. This will help us to understand how we can have group or people around us in which we push ourselves in order to learn on investment and also to gear ourselves to a better future. This one we'll be considering next week. And if you are not subscribed on this channel, I want to urge you to do so. Please like this video if it's been helpful or it's been useful for you, and share with somebody that you think needs it. And I want to know in the comments below how important money is in your life, and any other suggestion on how to best manage our money in the comment below. And I'll see you in the next one.